What is going on, my coin community? I wanted to make a little bit of a different video here today. Typically I'm looking through rolls live, showing you guys what I'm finding, but I have done some shorts explaining rare coins you can be looking for, and I wanted to make a designated video on some of the top rare coins you can look for from the 2000s. So I'm talking 2000 to 2009. So I was born in 1999, so this was my childhood through this time. And when I was younger, a lot of these coins were just hitting circulation. And back then, I didn't know there were so many rare airs and varieties you can look for these. But now that I've been collecting coins for a while, seriously, I know exactly what I should be looking for. So I wanted to share that information with you guys. Hopefully it can help you out. And let's get into it. The first coin I wanted to go over is a 2009 District of Columbia DDR FS801. So this is a double die reverse that's pretty rare that you can be looking for. They're always going to be minted in Denver, so definitely be on the lookout for that D mint mark. And you want to make sure it's the District of Columbia coin. So zooming in here, we can see there's pretty clear doubling on the E and the L and the second L. So it's very easy to see. Even if you don't have a microscope, it shouldn't be too hard to spot this one. It sticks out like a sore thumb, but this one can get pretty valuable. So MS62, we're looking at $50, 62 plus 55, 63, 85, 63 plus 95. Then we hit 200, 64. Going up to 65, we hit 1,000. 66 is up at 3,000, all the way up to 67, which can go upwards of $4,500. So there's only been one that's ever been graded that high, but that is a crazy coin if you can find it. Definitely one to be on the lookout for. I've never found one. I check all my 2009 Ds for it. But if you were to find one, that can be a pretty good payday. I mean, even in the low mint state, you're looking at, about $50. So that's pretty sweet. The next coin we're going to be taking a look at is the 2004 D Wisconsin State Quarter. It has to be Denver minted, just like the last coin we looked at. So for this one, you're looking for the extra high leaf and extra low leaf varieties on the reverse of this coin. So you're going to want to look at the corn stalk on the coin. On the left of the corn stalk, you'll see a big leaf, and you're going to want to be looking underneath that leaf to see if there's any other leaves, because there should only be that one big leaf. On the coin pictured, we can see that there is a smaller leaf pointing upwards. That's going to be the high leaf variety, which is the one that I ended up finding that one time. And here we have that low leaf. This one is still evading me, which is kind of strange because I think the high leaf is the harder one to find. But you can see here as we zoom in, there is that extra leaf below that big leaf on the left there. And that, of course, is the low leaf variety. So it's pretty easy to spot. I really didn't even need a microscope to spot mine, so pretty easily visible with the naked eye. But they are pretty rare and valuable, so let's get into pricing really quick. Looking up extra low leaf on eBay, we can get an idea of what they've been selling for here. So we're going to go ahead and scroll down. You can see that a lot of these are selling over $100. Some of them even close to $200. So yeah, most of them are graded though. Seems like the graded ones have been selling for a bit more. This one here is $255 and MS64, so that's pretty great. We got $96. That one may not be graded. That one, I don't think that one was graded. $108 raw. Keep going. A lot of the graded ones, like I said, are a little bit more. We have this one for $46. That one seems a little bit low for a raw one, and it is pretty close to being uncirculated, it looks like. I kept looking through those listings after that clip, and it's pretty standard across the board. Most of them are selling for, $100 to $200. If they're selling raw, they might be a little bit less than that. But now we're going to go ahead and look at the extra high leaf, which is the other variety, the one that I found before. So on eBay, this one is selling for close to $200 in the higher mint states. We see a 65 up top for $199, 64 for, it's the best offer accepted, so it could have been a little less than $175, but $199 again. We see 202 in MS66, 64 is $165. We have $210 in MS64. And then we got all these weird like auto parts or something mixed in. But there's one for 143 from Annex and MS61, so we have a lower mint state still fetching those big bucks and more car parts or whatever that is. And then we have a 64 there selling for a lot. Yeah, as you can see, pretty consistently selling close to like $150 to $200 for the high leaf. Of course, they are slabbed, and a lot of them are the higher mint states. But this one here in AU, $33, that may be somewhat of a fluke. The next one we're going to be looking at is the 2000p Sacagawea dollar. I used to love these things when I was a kid. I would get them as gifts or little novelty items from, my family and everything. And I used to think they were like really rare and cool. And they are cool, but really they're not that rare for the most part. But this one is, I'm about to show you guys one from the year 2000, Philadelphia minted. That is pretty rare and is worth quite a bit of money. When you flip this coin in the reverse, you're going to see an eagle in the middle of the coin. And you're going to be looking for one with what looks to be a spear going through the middle of its body. It's just going to be a raised line going through the middle of the eagle. So this is actually a die gouge, but the placement and how this coin looks because of it makes it very sought after by collectors. This is a very popular one, and it can get pretty expensive. I did an eBay search for the sold listings of the wounded eagles. We can see this first one sold for $300. Zooming in, it's kind of hard to see the die gouge there. I think it's just a blurry picture, but still somebody paid $300 for that coin. Scrolling down, 54. I don't even know if I can see the die gouge there. That one got 175 right there. We zoom in. It is a little blurry, but we can see that. 125, 71, 76. And then we see 600. Actually, this one was graded MS66, and we can clearly see that there by NGC. That is impressive. 178, $95. There's a $300 one right there. And $200 right there. So there's a pretty wide variety of sales for this one, but for the most part, it's selling all day for over $100, and in high mint states, you saw that one over $600, so that's crazy. Here's another valuable one to look for on the 2000p Sacagawea dollars. We have the Cheerio dollar here, and you'll see on the right, the tail feathers of the eagle on the reverse are a lot more detailed than the ones on the left. So the tail feathers on the right are what you're going to want to be looking for this variety. In the early 2000s, Cheerios did a promotion with the U.S. Mint. They put out 5,500 boxes of Cheerios that came with these dollar coins. And it was later found that they used a different die for these coins than was used in general circulation. So it was like an NIFC dollar early prototype design. They didn't end up using it for circulation of these coins. So this makes it a lot more valuable. These fetch a lot of money when they have those detailed tail feathers, and they're considered the Cheerio dollars. And we will go into the value now. Looking through the prices here, this is going to fetch quite a bit of money in mint state range. So we're looking at MS60, 1500, 61 is 1650, 62, 1850. Then jumping up to 63, you're going to see a pretty big price jump to 2650. 64 is up at 3000. And then as you get higher, it's going to be even more. 3350 at 65, 66 is 3650. And up to 67, you're going to see 7250. If you have a 68, you're looking at 11,500. There's only been 57 of those found. That's about it for today's video, guys. I did not mention every coin that brings in value from this time period, but I definitely mentioned some of the more valuable ones to look out for. So if you guys thought this was a helpful video, if you want to see more videos on what to look for in terms of errors or just, coins and dates in general, please let me know. Definitely keep an eye out for these things in your pocket change and coin rolls, however you may be, getting coins, whether you're a collector or just, want to make some extra cash with your pocket change. So good luck out there looking for these things, guys. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to give me a like, comment, and subscribe. and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one, guys.